everybody. Welcome to Music Moves for Piano, Book 1, Unit 13. Let's start with the duple meter song. Bum, 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 sing with me. Duple meter moves into, moves into, moves into. Duple meter moves into, move into with me. And chant macro beats on do. Do, do, do. Micro beats. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day. Echo me, please. Do, day, do, to do. Do, day, do, to day, to do. Do, day, do, ta, to do, day. Do, day to do. We're going to do a song. I'm going to sing Slovakian folk song. Do, mi, sol, la, sol, fa, mi, re, ti, do. Would you do a dance like you're in water? So feel that little bit of resistance as you move through water. Now we're going to do some division elongation patterns. And I'd just like for you to echo me, please. Do, day, do, echo me. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. I'm going to sing a song called Latvian folk song. La, mi, fa, mi, re, do, ti, si, la. What I'd like for you to sing is the resting tone, la. La. Now, would you please wiggle your shoulders, but when I stop singing, freeze and sing la. Latvian folk song. Ba, 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 ba. La. Ba, 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 ba. La. Ba, 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 ba. La. We're going to learn our song to sing for this unit, which is Daughter Come Home, one of my all-time favorite folk songs. So lovely. La, mi, do, la, si, la. Would you please roll your arms in a continuous, fluid way? Ba, 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 echo these tonal patterns, please, from the song. Bum, bum. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Now we'll use tonal syllables or solfege. La, mi. La, re. Mi, do, la. Now go ahead and listen. I'm going to sing the whole song twice. If you've already been listening to this song a lot, go ahead and just join me when you feel comfortable. Otherwise, then we'll break the song apart and we'll do little parts from the song and then we'll come back. So the whole song twice. Ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, 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 do that first little section of the song. Bum, 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 bum. Sing that, please. Bum, 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 bum. Listen in that first part how right at the beginning we have our first tonal pattern. La, mi. We sing mi twice. La, mi, bum, 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 bum. And then we go mi, do, la. La, mi, bum, mi, do, la. Go ahead and sing that with me again on bum. Bum, 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 bum. Now we're going to do that twice. Bum, 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 bum. But this time we're going to move right on into la, re. La, re, bum, 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 bum. So this part here, our third part, la, re, bum, 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 bum. So let's sing the second half, starting with re. Here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Whole song one more time and then we'll go on. Bum, 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 sing with me. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. If you're not feeling very comfortable with this song already by now, please spend lots of time in this week listening to track 32 of the audio tracks that go with book 1. I want you to be very familiar with this song. All right, we're going to do some tonal patterns in minor. And for the first set of patterns, I would like for you to help me label whether the patterns are tonic function, major tonic, or dominant function, major dominant. Minor tonic and minor dominant. So for minor tonic, we're going to have this bent over finger 1 because it's minor tonality. And for our dominant, we're going to have the hand up like this because it's a major chord. La, mi, do, la, si, la. Okay, so I'd like you to go ahead and just sing what I sing, and then I'll give you a moment to say what the function of the pattern is. La, mi, do, sing that. La, mi, do. That function is tonic. Mi, re, si, sing back. Mi, re, si. That function is dominant. Si, mi, sing back. Si, mi. That function is dominant. Mi, do, la. Mi, do, la. That function is tonic. And if you're having trouble figuring out how do I know which one is the tonic function and which one is the dominant function, remember our tonic function patterns sound like this. Bum, 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 or any groups of those. Those are la, do, mi. Our dominant function patterns sound like bum, 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 mi, si, ti, re, or we could have mi up here. So mi, si, ti, re. Those are our dominant function patterns. Let's do one more set of those and then we'll go on to our next patterns. So how about this? Do, la, mi. Do, la, mi. That is tonic function. Ti, si, mi. Ti, si, mi. those are, that is dominant function. And our last one. Do, mi, do, mi. That is tonic function. All right, I'm going to do some different patterns. Now, whatever I sing, don't sing the whole pattern back for this set. Sing only the first pitch of the pattern. And after I sing, I'll help you sing that first pitch back, and I'll try to help you remember by going like that, to help you remember to stop singing after the first pitch. I'll try to remember too. La, mi, do, la, si, la. All right, here we go. La, do, mi, la, mi, re, ti, mi, si, ti, mi, si, do, mi, la, do. Now we'll do some patterns, but you sing back only the resting tone. La. No matter what I sing, you sing la. Do, mi, la. La. Mi, re, ti. La. Si, mi. La. Do, mi, la. La. Or you could have sung la. Either way is still la. Now we're going to do some moving in triple meter. Get this book out of the way so we don't need to worry about it later. Bum, bum, bum. Sing with me. Triple now, feel as we're moving in three. Moving in three. Moving in three. Triple now, feel as we're moving in three. Move now in triple with me. And chant macro beats on do. Do, do, do. Micro beats. Do-da-dee, 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 do-da-dee. Echo me, please. Do, do, do-da-dee, do. Do-da-dee, do-da-dee, do-da-da-da-dee-da-do. Do-ta-da-dee, do, do-ta-dee-do. Do, do, do-da-dee-ta-do. I'm going to sing French cradle song 2 times. Do, so, mi, do, ti, do. Would you help me by doing a mirror dance for this song? So if you're at home doing this with a sibling or with a friend, go ahead and do a mirror dance with that person. If you're all by your lonesome looking at me, would you please do a mirror dance with me? Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. This time, would you move your whole body? You can walk around, you can use your space. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum, ba, bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. Bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 bum. I'm going to play a song called Rope Swing 2 times. The first time, would you please swing your arms while I play? This second time, would you move like you're pulling a rope? Ooh, this this is a big heavy rope. Now we're going to come to the keyboard. If you're not already by your piano, go ahead and move yourself on over there. So we're just going to check before you sit down, check your bench distance. So the best way to do that is to go like this. If your knuckles are touching this part right here, this is called the fall board. That's what mine has. Yours may not have a fall board. If you don't have something like this, see if your knuckles, when you make this fist out here, can be right about at the same place as the back part of your keys. So check that. That's how far away you should be from the keyboard. And then when you're on the bench, you want to be on the front part of the bench. So if I had my bench here, I'm sitting way too far back on this bench. So when I go to lean forward to play the piano, all my weight is not going to go in my hands. It's going to get stuck right here in my legs. So I'm going to move the bench back so that I'm going to be sitting on the front part of the bench. And then when I lean forward, just a little bit, all of that weight can actually go forward into the keys. Now for my hands, we're going to review your hand shape. We want your hands to be this nice, comfortable, gently rounded hand. So if you turn your hands over like this and then flip them upside down, it's going to plop your hand just about into a nice, natural hand shape on the keyboard. You don't want your fingers to be curled up like this when you're at the piano. You don't want your hands to be out flat like this. And you don't want, when you're playing one finger at a time, to be like this where you're pointing. Instead, you want your whole hand to be in this nice rounded shape. All of your fingers are resting next to the one that's playing, which is a lot harder to do than it looks. So do your best, keep practicing this, and we'll work on this week after week. All right, this week we are going to learn how to find F on the piano. We've been finding G for the last couple of units, and now we're starting to find F. So I'm going to grab my book over here. We're going to look at page 37 in your book. This is the second page in Unit 13, which is the unit that we're looking at today. And you see on this page how to find F. It's when you have the three black keys, it's right next to, or left next to, it's on the left side of the three black keys. So would you please start by finding all the Fs on the entire piano? If at any point in any of this you need more time to practice these things, or I'm just going too fast, just hit pause. Pause me, make me wait for you, and then start it up again when you're ready to move on to the next thing. If I'm going way too slowly, just hit that 10-second button forward and speed it on up. Play 3 Fs softly. Now, when F is do, T is going to be do, T, a white key. So just like when G is do, T is the very next key immediately next to do. This will always be the case. T will always be the very next key, this direction of do, or to the left of do. Do, T, do. So can you please help me sing? Bum, bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. We're going to sing now. Do, Ti, do. Do, Ti, do. Can you please play that in 3 different places on the piano while you sing? Do, Ti, do. Do, Ti, do. Do, Ti, do. Now we're going to sing our tonic, dominant, tonic cadence. But when we do our dominant major chord, Notice how, you may remember we have two choices for our dominant major chord. We're going to start today with just doing sol, ti. We'll wait on sol, fa, re, ti until later. So we're going to start by singing do, mi, sol, sol, ti, do, mi, do. If you didn't sing with me that time, go ahead and join now. Do, mi, sol, sol, ti, do, mi, do. Now, we're going to look at the piano, take a look at page 37 if you don't already have it open, and find which keys you're going to use. Look for the arrows. The arrows help you figure out which direction you play each one of these. Then once you're ready, go ahead and play it just using one finger. Remember, when you use just one, I'm going to use my middle finger. You want your whole hand to move together with that finger. You do that with your other hand. Right now you're just trying to get used to the keys that you're going to use. When that's comfortable, then try doing it with the fingers pictured. If you look all the way across the top of your keyboard, these are the fingers that you're going to need for this hand, your right hand. And if you look on the bottom of the keyboard, these are all the pictures you're going to need for this hand, your left hand. So I'm going to play with my left hand, just because I always play with my right hand. Let's do a change. As you play this, play slowly, play with a separated style, and remember to move your whole arm with your hand as you play. So you're not poking with your fingers. So your whole arm moves and it balances behind each finger that plays. All right, we're going to do a little bit of prep for Little Bird, which is a song we'll learn a little later. We're going to just sing this pattern from Little Bird. Bum, 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 bum. Those notes are mi, do, mi, do. So this is when F is do. Do, mi. Can you find mi, do? If you don't know where those are, look at page 37 and you can see where mi and do are when F is do. Can you go ahead and play those on the piano? When you're with this hand, on this hand, your right hand, we're going to use your ring finger and then your pointer, or fingers 4 and 2. Mi, do. So try to play and sing mi, do. Then we're going to try with your other hand, starting with your pointer finger and then going to your ring finger. It's backwards. Mi, do. All right, we are going to turn in your book to the previous page. This is the Exploration, Creativity, Improvisation section, and we have 2 projects written in your book. They are both helping us do some improv in triple meter. For the first project, you're going to chant a pattern, you're going to play it on one key, and then you're going to answer with a different pattern. So you're practicing doing 2 patterns in a row, but they're different patterns from each other. So I'm going to do this project, and then I'd like for you to go ahead and pause, do the project yourself. You can use the rhythm pattern that I use, or you can make up your own. Do-da-dee-do, here I go. Do-do-do-da-dee-do. Do-do-do-do-da-dee-do. So when I answered, I used a different rhythm. When you do that, you could answer by just chanting the rhythm pattern. You could answer by playing it on the same key. You could answer by playing it on a different key. So that's project 1. Project 2, we're going to chant a 4 macro beat triple meter rhythm pattern just like we did. Play it on one piano key. Now we're going to improvise an idea using a connected style of articulation. So we're just playing it one time instead of twice, and we're going to play in a connected style. Do-da-dee-do, here I go. Do da dee do 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 da dee. One key. Do da dee. Connected style. Do da dee do da dee. For me, that sounds like rolling on the sea. So I think that's what my idea is, rolling on the sea. So now, if you haven't already done it, pause the video and you go ahead and do this project. You can use my rhythm pattern or you can come up with your own. Once you're done with that, we're going to try 2 other improv projects that are not written in your book. So I'm going to chant a rhythm pattern. I'd like for you to echo the rhythm pattern with your voice and then play it on one white key while you either audiate the pattern, hear it in your head, or chant it aloud. So I will chant, you echo, and then play it on one key. Do da dee do, here I go. Do da dee do da dee do da dee do. Da dee do da dee do da dee do. One key. Now we're going to do an improv project for our second one, not in the book, in duple meter. So as we do duple meter, I want you to keep in your head, audiate the macro beats and micro beats, the do's and the do days, even if we're not chanting them, even if we're chanting something else, keep those do's and do days in your head all the time. So what I would love for you to do is play a 4 macro beat duple meter pattern that includes a division elongation. Now let me do a few division elongations for you so you know what they're like. So do, day, do. Here's an example. Bum, ba, bum. There's a division elongation. Did you hear how it went past our second micro beat? Bum, ba, bum. You try that. Bum, ba, bum. Here's another one. Here I go. Ba, 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 ba. You try that one. Ready, chant. Ba, 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 ba. Here's another example. Ready, chant. Bum, ba, bum. Now you try. Bum, ba, bum. Oh, that was the same as my first one. I thought I did it backwards. Let's do this one. Ba, bum, bum. Now you chant. Ba, bum, bum. So I used a division elongation pattern and then a macro beat after that. So I'd like for you to come up with a rhythm pattern that uses a division elongation, play it on one key, and then improvise something with that rhythm pattern. So I'll go ahead and do this, and then I'd like for you to try it at home. So do, day, do, here I go. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Bum, 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 ba, 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 bum. Now I'm going to play with it. Bum, 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 bum. So try this at home. Try using those division elongation patterns. You can play it just one time, or you can play it twice. Play it and answer yourself. Now, we're going to do a little bit of review. We're going to review spinning, which is in Unit 12. This is on page 35 in your book. So if you're not already there, please turn to page 35. And I'm going to go ahead and play this piece to help remind you what it sounds like. And we'll see if we can add some things. Do, day, do, here I go. Do, day, do, While I play this one more time, would you please move to macro beats and micro beats and chant along with me while I play? Do, day, do, chant with me. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. And I got so excited about it that I actually didn't. I moved this hand a little bit too soon. So now I'll play it correctly. Do, day, do, one more time. do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. So remember for this piece, your patterns are, for this hand, you're going ti, do, and then this hand, mi, re. So your 4 microbeat pattern is ti, do, mi, re. So go ahead and practice that pattern if you're not really comfortable with this song yet. Play that a number of times until it feels easy and normal. And once you're done with that, then you can practice your hands moving. So you play it one time right here, right where you start. Then this hand is going to move over. Your right hand moves up an octave. And you play the same pattern again. Then this hand comes to join. The left hand also moves up an octave. You play the pattern again. And then you end with do, which is in the thumb of this hand, in your left thumb. If you've already been playing this, you're really comfortable with it, or you've practiced it some now, go ahead and play with me while I play the duet part. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, do. If you've already done that and you're looking for more things to do with this piece, try playing it in a connected style and a separated style. All right, then let's look over at sneaking. Sneaking is in Unit 11 on page 33. And I'd like you to go ahead and move to macro beats and micro beats and chant this rhythm with me while I play. Do, day, do, here I go. Do, day, do, so remember, it's 3 times of do, day, and then our 4th rhythm pattern is do. As you play, also remember that you're always going back and forth from one hand to the other hand, but the hands are together here at first, and then this hand moves. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. If you're really comfortable with that, I'm going to go ahead and play the duet part. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. Surprise! Surprise! You can also play with the duet part by listening to track 29 on the audio tracks that go with this book. For spinning, you can play with the duet part by listening to track 31. If you've already done that, please add the connected style and separated style this week. Remember, when you're playing in a connected style, you're going to walk from one arm to the other, so there's no silence between the notes. For separated style, you're bouncing on each one of those. Now we're also going to see if we can learn a couple of duet parts. We're going to look way back in your book, back at Falling Leaves and Hide and Seek. So Falling Leaves is in Unit 3 in your book. This is all the way back on page 12. It's a long time ago. So if you have not learned the duet part for this, this is a really lovely duet part when you put it together with everything. So there are 2 notes for your duet part. If you look in the book in the middle of this page, on page 12, it shows you the notes and the fingers that you're going to use. And I don't know which version you have. You may or may not have this in your book. Make sure that you have these 2 as the keys that you're using, not these 2. So it's going to be these 2 black keys are the ones that you're going to use, and this one is going to be your starting note. So just make that change if you have the same correction that you need to make in your book. Also, I didn't show you, this is where you're going to play on the piano. I'll come back. So here are all the ones you use for the student part. This is where the duet part is going to be on the keyboard. So go ahead and circle that on the picture of the keyboard. And here's what it sounds like. All macro beats. Do, day, do, here I go. Do, do, just this very lovely lilting back and forth. So you're just walking from one finger to the other, starting on that starting finger. And I will go ahead and play the student part so that you can play the duet with the student part. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, 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 do. And then lastly, I'll play the other duet part so you can hear your duet with the teacher duet. Now I'll start with the do, day, do, ready, play. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, 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 do. If you listen to track 9 in your book, the audio that comes with this book, then you can hear all of those parts together. So after you've done the student duet, then please see what else you can add that you haven't done before. Playing connected style like we talked about. This is for the student part. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. You could play separated style. Do, day, do. If you're playing loudly, remember to have to let all of your energy go from your shoulder all the way down to your fingertip. You also need plenty of energy in your fingertips when you get there to support that weight. When you play softly, it's like the weight has just floated away. You're still dropping all the way to the bottom of each key, just very, very gently. For chant RP, perform RP, and create with RP, you're chanting the rhythm pattern for the entire song. So I'll help remind you, this is pattern 1, 2, 3, 4. So you chant do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. That's chanting the rhythm pattern. To perform it, you play all of that on one key, and then to create with it, you create your own music using that rhythm pattern. Now let's look at the duet part for hide and seek. This is over on page 14. So for this one, I'm just going to show you before I start here what the original part sounds like, the student part. Do, day, do, here I go. Do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do, day, do. Just like on Falling Leaves, you're going to be playing macro beats for the duet part. You can see in that little box in the middle of the page, it shows you what notes and what fingers. It also happens right next to where the student part is. So this is the part of the piano where the student duet is going to take place. Go ahead and circle that in your book. And the student duet part sounds like this. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, do, like many of our duets, it ends in pattern 4 with a little bit of a surprise. So instead of playing one after the other, our pattern 4 is do, do. So that note in this hand just joins in for the very last time. So again, it's back and forth. Do, 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 do. So go ahead and try that. I'll play the student part here so you can play along with me. Do, day, do, ready, play. Do, 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 do. If you listen to track 11, you can play the student duet part along with all of the other parts. So you can hear how they all sound together because there's a teacher duet with that as well. If you haven't done so, start adding some more things in this song: connected style, separated style, loudly, softly, and see if there's anything else that you haven't finished in Unit 3 for flute and bassoon and for lizards. See if there are any things that you still have left to play for those. Remember, these are part of those 4 songs that are all very similar back at the beginning of the book: flute and bassoon. Track 7 for flute and bassoon, listen to track 8 for lizards, and anything that you're adding today on any of these songs, please mark today's date whenever you're watching the video on the lesson side, and then go ahead and play those for me when we have our group class check-in. So just to review, I wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything. We are in Unit 13. If you look at page 36, which is the first page of Unit 13, on the bottom left-hand side of the page, it's going to tell you all of your assignments from this unit for the coming 2 weeks. In our case, you'll be doing these for 2 weeks. So, review spinning. Play with a consistent tempo. That means try to keep your do's and do days steady. Try not to have a lot of pauses while you play. Review Unit 3, that's what we were just looking at with flute and bassoon, with lizards, and with falling leaves. Learn to play the F major melodic cadence. So, ti, do, mi, do. And the duet parts for falling leaves and hide and seek, which we just looked at. Students, read the music information box. That means if you're looking at a piece in your book, like on our previous page, spinning, the music information box is up here in this section. So as you get ready to play spinning, you look and it says duple meter. Do, day, do, do, day, do. It says major tonality. Do, mi, sol, mi, do, ti, do. Do is G, so you find G, and then play your tonic, dominant, tonic, melodic cadence when G is do. Start on T. Do, T. So you have all of this information about the song before you start to play. Listen to this unit on the recording and echo the patterns. Listen to the next unit. So Unit 13 starts with track 32 for our song to sing. That is the only track for Unit 13. Unit 14 has another 2 tracks. So for this week, you're going to listen to tracks 32 through 34 on the audio that goes with the book. Use the checklist. Practice new marked pages. So anything that you added today on any song, any improv activity, please mark today's date over on the lesson side and practice those from now until we are done with this unit in about 2 weeks. Study skills, play the tonic, dominant, tonic cadence before playing each piece. Like I just showed you with spinning, I think it was. And then audiate or think the starting tone. Do, ti. Zero in on that with your eyes so you know where you're going to start for the piece. Learn to sing the song to sing, Daughter Come Home, and listen to the pattern CD, just any tracks that we've done so far. Currently, we are up through track 9. So listen to anything up through track 9. Thank you so much for joining me for Music Moves for Piano, Book 1, Unit 13, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks!